It has not been in the news lately, but I know you have not forgotten about the plane that crashed into the French Alps, killing all 150 people on board. The plane's black box led investigators to confirm the co-pilot intentionally took the plane down. In every crash, the black box is key in piecing together evidence. So smaller versions of black boxes are being put in cars, and 2 Wants to Know is taking a look at how they work. So Tanya, would I know if my car had a black box in it?
Well, you might or you might not. Manufacturers started putting them on some cars 10 years ago or more. Out of every 10 new cars, like the 10 cars that I have lined up here, one of them does not have a black box, which means at least 9 of them do have the black box inside. They don't record audio like the plane's version, but how you drive is recorded on your car's black box. So 2 Wants to Know's Ben Briscoe went asking, how can this information be used, and should you be concerned about Big Brother right here?
Tom Kowalik lost his dad in a car wreck back in the 80s. Making the pain worse, no one could tell him how the crash happened.
If you lose somebody in a crash, you should have a lot of detail. You should know exactly what happened to the best of everybody's ability.
To give other families answers, the North Carolina man was driven to get black boxes in cars across the nation, writing several books on the topic, and leading a national committee, resulting in more than 95% of new vehicles today having event data recorders, EDR.
When you get real-time crash data, you can design and manufacture safer motor vehicles.
2 Wants to Know went through government reports to find out just how many details these things record about you. EDRs monitor your height and weight, if the seatbelt was fastened, your speed, if any warning lights were on in your car, did you use your brakes, even sometimes what the weather was like during the crash. Greensboro police say they use the technology whenever possible to figure out who's at fault in wrecks. And so do attorneys like Daggett Shuler in Winston-Salem.
A case with no witnesses that the other side is denying, we're able to prove a critical fact that couldn't otherwise be proved.
Daggett says because you own the car, you technically own the information recorded as well. But it only takes a court order to have to turn it over to the person you ran into, or even your insurance company.
Those of us who try to be good, decent, law-abiding citizens, there's nothing to fear from having data recorders in our car. Quite to the contrary, it can be very helpful to us if at some point we ever need that information.
And it's not just new cars that have this technology. I was surprised to learn even this Ford Explorer from 2002 has an EDR. You can get to it under the dashboard here. When our camera zooms in, you'll be able to see there's a black plug-in port. No surprise, thieves are also trying to get their hands on that port to steal your car.